Welcome back, everybody. This is Manlius, and we are going to continue another episode of Stalker 2. And where we last left off, we had just gotten into the Circa Foundation and crawling through the ventilation system are about to jump through a portal. But first, I want to defeat this enemy known as the Burer, or Burrer, who has very powerful psi abilities. And to try and counteract those psi abilities, I want to use Psi Block, a drug intended to partially offset the adverse effects of psi radiation on humans, one of the few available ways to prevent the inside of your head from getting fried. And I want to see if this will have any effect on us in retaliation to the effects of the Bureau. So with any case, let's start this battle. We're gonna pop that. Let's see if our character took it, and he did. Oh, shoot. And he does have that ability to not only remove the weapon from our hands, but also fire weapons on the ground as well. He can throw objects at us. And while his force field is up, we best leave him alone. I think all we're gonna do is just keep taking those shots. I'm gonna use this only because I can be a little bit more accurate. He's out there somewhere. And then that sound is his shield, so I'm gonna wait for that to go away. And one more shot just to make sure he's dead, and he is. Luckily, that was our last grenade too. And let's see what we got. Got a Burrito, as well as the ability to collect all the goodies that he was using against us, to include some ammunition, which I'm sure we will need, an army medkit, which is fantastic, some shotgun ammo. We'll loot the good sergeant. It's not a PDA. Some AR ammo. Make sure these aren't important lore notes. Wonderful. And fantastic. I am glad we got to exact some revenge on him. And I hope that means that our friend who gave us the storage room key can safely make his escape as well. Okay. We are a little bit encumbered right now. Um, but for good reason. I do want to sell this ecologist suit and that jacket because those are definitely coupons for me to utilize. And if I need to, I can always drop the cracker as it isn't anything special other than it is heavily upgraded. So let us now make this courageous journey through whatever this may be. And we have entered a new area. The abandoned facility. Okay. I'm still trying to search for a miracle and find information about the monolith at Circa. And now we are just going to explore this abandoned facility, which I'm sure will be very exciting. As I already see plenty of enemies to include some snorks. And they're formidable to say the least. I do not like the snorks at all. But we will take some trophies. I am running rather low on AP, so I'm just going to switch to my regular and expend that first. One, to drop the weight, and two, to make sure I can save that ammo for when I need it most. Always, never pass up the opportunity for a medkit. And this is giving me some real Metro vibes. I'm curious. And we do have an artifact, indeed. So we know there's one within 50 meters, which means it could potentially be on top of us. It has to be. Interesting.
Don't be afraid. Come on over.
And there's a stranger in here. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's put this away. Just in case this is an ambush, we're going to make sure that we have all that we need. Nothing else of importance, save for some ammo in the safe.
You made it here too.
Herman!
Guess I shouldn't be too surprised given what you went through to bring my scanner back to Circa. I'd say I'm glad you made it through your first night in the zone, but you probably wouldn't believe me.
You bastard. I thought you were dead. And you You just took off.
What else was I supposed to do? Fight my way back to you? Things aren't as straightforward as they seem. Come on in. I'll open the door for you. I've unlocked the door. Come on in, let's have a chat.
How have you survived here this entire time? I don't like that. Yeah, that's kind of interesting how he's just here all alone. Don't like that at all. What is that? Some kind of stasis anomaly. Did we just take a bunch of... I don't... Probably gonna have to run through that. That's okay. We can afford to... Okay, some 9x19 ammo. A med kit. Just gonna have to... I am rather intrigued, confused about what exactly those things are. I'm gonna save. 'Cause I have a feeling. I wonder if I can go through into there. Well, I can't. Not that there's anything in there for me to have, but just thought I'd check. And yet Herman has managed to be just fine here. Interesting. Okay. That is very dark. I should probably be better prepared than just a pistol. That's the way I came. Okay.
Don't worry, I won't leave you here. I feel like I owe you for that night. Besides, it looks like you've actually brought us the Alpha. This is my accomplishment, Skiff, not Darlin's. The only thing that snot-nosed genius managed to achieve is watching the second Caribbean experiment. And that's precisely when anomalies and artifacts too began cropping up outside the zone.
The second Caribbean experiment? What's that?
Without the Alpha, Darlin's work was going nowhere. When he realized he couldn't replicate the artifact artificially, he resorted to drastic measures. He tried to repeat the Caribbean experiment. It was our first contact with the noosphere, even before the zone came into being. That's when the first Alpha artifact appeared. I told him it was too risky, but our golden boy was willing to risk the entire world in the name of science. So how did it feel when all that progress came crashing down on your own doorstep?
So you knew my artifact was the Alpha all along. Then why the act?
Do you realize the odds that out of all the artifacts, yours was the one we were looking for? I wasn't even hoping for it. But even if I had, why would I tell you that you held the key to the future of humanity in your hands? This was supposed to be my triumph and mine alone. Not Darlin's, definitely not yours. Sorry.
Okay, I don't know if we should be trusting Herman right now.
My home was destroyed because of Dalin's experiment? And you knew about it the whole time?
What? Darlin failed to mention any outside events. And Korshinov conveniently left out who was responsible for your wild goose chase around the zone. Yes, Skiff, I've been aware of this all along. And so have they. Every asshole in this place has an agenda of their own. At least I tried to help you. I warned you about the attack, remember? But that doesn't matter anymore, and I'm running out of time. I've reconfigured the bubble. It'll take you back to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Then you can tell Darlin what you think about the price he paid for progress.
I feel like we haven't found out anything about the monolith either. And I feel like I'm really missing something important here. Why else would I go through all this trouble to get here just to find Herman if I'm not gonna find other information? I mean, there's gotta be something. But I guess not. Well, I guess we shall step through the portal and see what we find. Oh, of course. Did I... I think Herman is toying with me. Okay.
The anomaly in cryptobiology is gone. You took care of it after all. I wish all my colleagues kept their promises like you do. Please come see me. I have something for you. As a stalker, I'm sure you'll appreciate it.
I'm sure I will. Wishful thinking. find D1 Hall. So wishful thinking. Find D1 Hall. Turns out Herman was the one behind the mayhem at the cryptobiology inside medicine lab. The very same Herman who led me into the zone and gave me the scanner. He's alive, and this device is his invention. As for Dahlan, it was his unbridled ambition that left me without a home. Well, now I know who's going to pay the price. And I don't know. I feel like Dahlan may very well be more trusting than Herman at this point. Um, this is an interesting place for a boat. I am curious to see if... Nope. Let's shoot one of those. We could get a bit of radiation protection. I'm sure there's something on there. There has to be. Let's see if there's a way in. Again, curiosity may very well kill me, the cat. And... oh. And there was nothing down there. Um... But that doesn't mean that there's not anything up there. And I'm sorry, I'm just really am curious. I feel like it's here for a reason. Let's make sure that we have some anti-rad drugs. Okay. On our long press C. We're gonna pop those. And nothing. Interesting. It's there just to mess with you. Got it. I was really hoping I would be able to access my stash. Hopefully it gives me that option now that all this is taken care of. And it looks like the soldiers have gone as well. I wonder if Strider has done something. Because he was talking about trying to breach the gates. I'm just curious about this. And it's nothing there. Okay. Let's go find Dahlan and access the D1 hall. Oh, okay. So that could be a point of entry for Strider. Don't mind me. Can I... No, can't go in there.
What if the generators aren't going to work. We have no idea whether they are operational.
We don't. Dolan, on the contrary. Why haven't you left with the others, if you are having second thoughts?
They are not second thoughts, but mere caution. Besides, how could I miss this? I would never forgive myself.
Attention. Aegis protocol has been initiated. All staff are required to follow ward
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to freely explore this place how I wanted to.
personnel is our priority. Thank you for your cooperation.
The B2 is open. Let's see if we can access that computer to see if there's any information. No. Nothing back here. The Sea Wings, potentially? Again, nothing. And all locked. Okay. I wonder if I will have the opportunity to explore this place how I want, but I highly doubt it. Oh, wow. There must be something here. Is this a server room? A garage, perhaps? A floating clipboard? Interesting. Somebody was getting rid of some files. Okay. Looks like nothing important. Which is kind of a shame because they create such cool environments, but nothing to explore. Oh. It's a little jarring, I'm sorry. Yeah, they create these very cool environments and set pieces, and that's all it really is. It's just a set piece. I'm sure there's some sort of significance here, and I hope we find out what that is. Okay. I have a feeling that we are going to be double-crossed, as we usually are when we help people, because there can be no loose ends.
Get to the point. It'll become clear soon enough, Colonel. And no, you won't have to send your men anywhere or put them in danger. For that, we've got...
Speaking of danger,
As I was saying, we need someone who's already got certain qualities. Courage, persistence, endurance.
any of my men will do.
Not quiet. We need someone who's already had a particular kind of experience in the zone. Basically, we need a stalker. The readings all match up. But to see it with my own eyes, that's something else. A scientific miracle. Alpha. Quarter of century ago, maybe even longer. The artifact that started it all.
It's still going strong, and not just in the zone.
You stalkers with your tall tales. You need to lay off the booze.
The second Caribbean experiment, you asshole! Tall tales, huh? Look at me! I lost everything back on the mainland. And you tell me to lay off the booze?
To the victor go the spoils. This experiment is not going to conduct itself. Stand down.
We had a simple choice. Sit back and just wait for another super emission, or take a chance at get control of the anomalous energy. And look, our gamble paid off. As for your home, you can blame the zone, not me.
Cool it, soldier. The second Caribbean experiment didn't go as planned. During the experiment, the group was attacked by S.T.A.L.K.E.R's saboteurs. They're local stalkers, a thorn in my side. And since they achieved what they set out to back then, you can be sure they'll keep trying to get in our way. You're blaming the wrong people, Skip.
Let's hope that this time, security will be your top priority. So, now that everyone has blown off some steam and is capable of having a civilized conversation, let's move on to the one truly important thing. Science. Do you want to know what's there? Behind the glass? It's the dream of every stalker. The Wish Granter. Also known as the Monolith. It's not a myth, nor is it a deity. It's a sea installation created by scientists from Project X. Instead of rusting away inside the sarcophagus, it's now here at the Institute.
So does this installation really grant wishes?
Well, it can show anyone exactly what they wish to see. A customized illusion of happiness. It's one of its built-in functions. But we're both adults, you and I. We realize that all those who come to the Wish Granter are already enthralled to their own illusions.
Why did you bring the monolith here? Wasn't one failed experiment enough for you?
Skiff, please. Alpha artifacts are a source of power not only for the generators, but for other Project X installations as well. Including those designed to create illusions, like the monolith. If your Alpha artifact activates the monolith now, we'll know it's genuine and can be used with the generators.
My people are trained for this. They will handle it.
The hell they will. It's my artifact. I'll be the one testing it.
So we found the monolith, and this is it. Okay, I was completely wrong. That set piece there is more than a set piece. It is an integral part of the story. How interesting. Make a wish by the monolith. Still no other information. Nothing that I really want to burden myself with. And I don't know what more information I could possibly attain than knowing that the monolith is here. Unless there's a scientist that I could ask some questions. It looks like that may be it. Is there a reason? Can I?
Good job with the scanner. You know how to get what you want. That's a virtue. But you aren't able to control your own emotions. That's a vice. If you ever do something like that again, I won't be so understanding.
So my home burned down because of S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R will sacrifice anything for his ideas. His goal is to eliminate both S.T.A.L.K.E.R and the Ward. Everything else is acceptable losses. Someone once told me that believing someone doesn't mean trusting them. Mull that one over.
I found the people that killed your men.
Is that some kind of threat?
It's a warning. A gentle reminder that trying to strangle S.T.A.L.K.E.R employees in the presence of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R head of security is a bad idea.
You didn't mind it that much for the first few seconds.
A moment of weakness. Happens to the best of us.
I found the person who killed your men in the Lesser Zone. It was Faust, a fanatic who believes in the monolith.
I got the report on S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but Clear Sky, that's news to me. Pretty bad news. I'll look into it. Thank you. No one should ever be left unavenged.
Monolith fanatic. Project X had such crude methods.
Do you have any questions? We should get on with the test.
What do you think of this monolith test?
Dahlin doesn't know anything beyond his precious science. But if he says the test requires a special subject, you can be sure it's true. If you're so eager to risk your life, I won't try to stop you. I guess you stalkers just need to experience everything firsthand.
Let's begin.
Head down there. We'll monitor the situation from up here.
I'm sure you will.
Everything's ready. Get down to the monolith.
Can I just
We'll
take
begin
this
the
and
test.
run? I cannot. Okay. Where did that other entrance lead? Probably out to the other side?
What you want is here, Stalker. Come. Humanity is corrupt. Mankind must be controlled. You will receive what you deserve. I want the zone to disappear.
So that's
Offended human. Come to me.
interesting because I wonder if those are to be trusted.
I want this all to end.
And of course, always the double cross. That's a grenade. Let's try and get some higher ground. And that might be it. Yeah. And death 100 in front of the monolith. That was a close grenade. Damn it. This is a tough one. I think I may just run straight upstairs. And try and get the high ground over him. It's probably going to be the best way. Okay. Better position. Is he behind me? Oh. Okay. Good to know that they will spawn behind me. Sorry, guys. This is a little tough, especially when they spawn behind you. There's nowhere for me to go.
Moving into position. Follow
But, no. I am really having a hard time with this. Let's put this on. And maybe the second floor might be ideal.
Moving into position! Cover me!
Flanking.
Shoot to kill!
Maybe I'm not being double crossed? I don't know. And they are spawning right on top of me. But this is the safest place for me to be.
Moving into position. Cover me.
Engage! Engage!
Sounds like he's right on top of me again. Not gonna take any chances.
Open fire!
Okay. Just dropped quite a number of rounds in him. And we successfully fought off the ward attack. And I wonder if we were just dreaming that.
I think that's it. The level up. Get salt off a medic. Now. Are you okay now, Skip? Would you come up here, please?
I don't know if I want to. There is blood here. So maybe that did happen. And they have their guns trained on me. So
What did
that's
you
not
see?
good.
What happened in the monolith room?
Nah. You're the one who's gonna tell me what the fuck is going on here. Whose memory did I just see? Why did the ward attack me? Wish Granner my ass.
Calm down, Skiff. Please. That was just a minor distortion. An illusion, nothing more. It's over now.
He's telling the truth, soldier. The installation has been shut down. You're safe.
It didn't seem like an illusion to me. It felt too damn real.
Yeah, illusions don't usually result in injuries.
Everything you saw was a figment of your imagination, Skiff. Your actions, however, had an impact on your environment. That is the reason Zotov was injured, and you were not.
No one would have been injured if the illusions had been stopped sooner.
Shutting the installation down abruptly would have fried Skiff's brain. Irreversibly. I did all I could to avoid that outcome.
Was that another botched experiment, Doc?
I wouldn't call it that. I didn't foresee those sea vestiges, that's true. The monolith showed you someone else's memory. I never expected that. Who knew those tall tales had a basis in reality? But I was sure you'd be fine. It was impossible to calculate the safe level of sea exposure when the monolith was first created. But it's a different story now. I used the minimal configuration, see? You're safe and sound, and despite some unpleasant side effects, everything went well. The Alpha artifact worked. We can begin the experiment.
Okay, if it works, then what is next for
What are you
us?
gonna do if the connection is successful? How are you gonna use the anomalous energy?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R will become the very thing you stalkers saw in the monolith. Except, we'll grant wishes for real, and we'll do it for all mankind. The Earth will have an inexhaustible source of energy. We will reach the outer limits of the solar system. We will work wonders.
Are you planning to use the Wish Granter again?
Why would we do that? It's a relic of the old zone, a distraction for those who managed to enter the sarcophagus. But S.T.A.L.K.E.R doesn't need that. We have the war to protect us. Besides, even in its prime, this ancient hunk of junk never functioned as intended. The last thing I need right now is S.T.A.L.K.E.R fanatics, thank you very much.
I don't know. I feel like it did work as intended.
Are you sure it's safe connecting the artifact to the generators?
There are certain risks, of course. But inaction would be far more dangerous. We must take control of the zone's anomalous energy before disaster strikes. When we connect to the generators, the zone will be eliminated. And the anomalous energy will finally start serving the needs of mankind.
Yes?
I'm waiting for the stalker, Colonel.
Got it. He'll be there. Go to the projection room, Skiff. She's waiting for you. Good luck.
And Skiff, I'm sorry about your home. I wish great experiments could always be performed without casualties.
Do we have
You should hurry. Don't
a
keep her waiting.
reward? Okay.
You're
Can
good,
I
soldier. You almost got me there. But it's okay, I'll live. And I'll never make the mistake of helping a stalker again.
can I apologize?
I'm listening. Good luck.
Okay, guess not. All right. Well, I think that is a great place to stop. Um, a lot has happened in that episode. We interacted with the monolith, which I I myself am kind of between myself with because we had one vestige that asked the monolith to be or use the zone to control mankind, and there was death and destruction. And on the other hand, we had a vestige that asked for the zone to be done, and it was serenity. And so now, if faced with the choice, would I use my, I guess, wish to ask for the zone to be gone? I don't know. It was a very interesting experience. But in any case, I'm glad that you were able to do that with me and watch this episode. In any case, I hope to catch you in the next one.